All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And they'll run it here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. He finds his target, Fuller. And again the footwork. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Hey. Four down. Keep 26. Sunday. Flag. Straight.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Wentz now to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll give it to him up the middle. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They start on the ground with Elliott. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. With it is Jackson. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Trey 15. Trey 15. Liz. Shorty.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Wentz now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Come on now, Austin. Come on now. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Fort Tokyo.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. This 5-2. J 15. J 15.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Wentz to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys are in for 6. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Wentz on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the 1st.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Bring it to you.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On the ball. Trey 15. Trey 15. Please.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Good chip.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Forky, 82, Forky.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And out now come the Cowboys. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they move the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete here on 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now they try the right side here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they'll go on the ground. Finding room at the 30. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Lose 5-7. Lose 5-7.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And they'll run it here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Black. 82, 82.
Now Wentz. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
We got four down.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
15's mine. I got 15. 15's mine. Watch the curl.
On first down, Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, you got 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ram. Shorty. Lynn. Go.
Now Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
4 down. Check.
Great 15. Great 15.
Wentz going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Anderson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
Great 15.
Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first down carry by Elliott. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Detroit! Detroit!
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing is Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, it's Vaughn. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. 3-19.
He's back to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Huge 1st down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a